We need to quiet cause the world's about to speak now to a plague of amalgamating compounds with a surge of cause society to break down, questioning why their approach is like a shakedown. Sound of a voice becoming nothing but a fade sound. We're all living in an experimental playground, forced to live under control like a lab rat in a single file while we're draped in a hazmat. We are overrun by the government and that's that. Used to be the land of the free but we have passed that. They said the rule they instilled it for the people. A civil war bruise and they watch through a peephole. We are in a steep hole, rolling the dice on our lives like a casino, fighting while the upper sipping vino, knowing that the mask that we wear to the blind eye act like a power we possess when the effect is pure placebo. We've yet to see though a perfect correlation to a flattening of a curve, and a face shield's got us feeling like the lockdowns modus incognito. Now with the pressure that's imposed, forcing our backs against the wall, it's got us all hysterical. This will never be bearable, but you're laying the groundwork towards all humanity's burial. Now everything we do must be analyzed with a fine-tooth comb, living under a microscope, hunted down like an antelope, which can denote a plague with no antidote, and it's too late to unprovoke their motive. Captivity is where we are destined. Our thoughts and our speech are now under attack, and now we're left with no choice except for all is the question. One freedom, freedom is the right to speak, to act, to think. It's in the constitution you built, and I hope you know that when the world implodes that you're all dead with such irrefutable guilt. It was freedom. Freedom was a term you infringed upon, force feeding your political nonsense. Now with the pushback of the home team, you must now fall victim to humanity's offense. They also the shot of vaccine, just a few short times that it would lead us all to victory. They said the epidemic would be a thing of the past, and this would all become just a moment in history. But there's no guarantee to be COVID-free in the fine print, which is seeming contradictory. It's hard to feel like being a victim of a trickery. How can you call it freedom when we living in a mystery? The abomination of our liberty is draining all of us physically. We need to run the diagnostics under the scope we can analyze, but the questions we have will tantalize. Then as the clock ticks, they're taking more control while portraying a hero of a nation to fulfill the political optics. So many layers with there's too many players to the game to diagnose the true synopsis. And now it's getting real hard to stop this. Then you wonder why the whole world's on standby and ready to protest the hell that you oppress, cause we have yet to see the implementing of a long-term process. Our anger is compressed and we take a time bomb ready to blow the bars off this hell of a cage. Get ready for your rule to be upstaged. Now it's our time to show how you created an outrage. If you lay quietly without saying a word, you could hear a faint sound coming from the castle. A bunch of laughs from the kings and the queens while they pass a law to have their kingdom in shackles. The sound resonates like the laugh of a jackal. It seems captivity is where we are destined. Our thoughts and our speech are now under attack, and now we're left with no choice except for all is the question. One freedom, freedom is the right to speak, to act, to think. It's in the constitution you built, and I hope you know that when the world implodes that you're all dead with such irrefutable guilt. It was freedom. Freedom was a term you infringed upon, force feeding your political nonsense. Now with the pushback of the home team, you must now fall victim to humanity's offense. You asked us to tune in to listen to your rule, but your words are disrupting the algorithm, and slowly the more you say, we're catching on to your premeditated antagonism. Now there's hell to pay, because the more you say will ignite internationalized cynicism. You're urging to lock down the law of restraint, but we won't be a victim of your communism. Our thoughts are infused with the pessimism from the negativity and fear that you put in our mind, with the spell that you cast out into the world. It's manifesting depression by a day at a time. Now you treat us like a pantomime. Humanity in a spiral is your kind of method of entertainment, trying to decipher the crimes that we did to deserve this. Hearing isn't clearly defined with the arraignment. Just when we thought this criminal injustice is ancient, but you're trying to convince us that you'll save us from danger. Force feeding the vaccine and saying we should trust the same as saying we should take candy from a stranger. Now for the remainder of the news that you share, we'll continue to add fuel to the revolution. The secret has become globally known, cause your current actions have shown that freedom's an illusion.